morning, everybody. I've got no idea how the YouTube streaming works, so do shout up if you can't hear me or things aren't working very well. First time going via YouTube streaming, so do bear with me. But anyway, yeah, good morning. I thought we'd have a little run, probably on the West Coast main line to start off with. And then we might go and have a look at the new German Mittenwaldbahn DLC that released yesterday. I'm playing on PC this morning. We do have the original timetable, which came with the route, and we do have the PC mod. We are going to use the PC mod by Forks today. And as you can see, we've got a whole range of other stuff in here that you can't actually get in the normal timetable. From the Averos to the Eurovision 350, we have the Pendolino with the Pride and CO2 liveries. So I thought we would take an Evero into Euston, and then maybe we can take a Pendolino out. So we'll select a 5 car. We'll go. This is going to stop at Watford, so we'll just take this one. The weather doesn't really matter because I can switch the weather whenever I choose and see fit. And we will just go from there. But yeah, do welcome in everybody. New to the YouTube side of things, like I say. Usually I stream on Twitch, but quite frankly I've had enough of there. We'll see how it picks up either way. But yeah, anybody watching, do let me know that you can hear. And if you can't hear, also do shout up as well. I'll even put in the chat to say that I am talking, and just let me know. And as per usual, I can't spell correctly. Dear me. Anyway, right, let's get going. So let's set it up then. We will insert our master key. We will put the reverser forward. We will open the doors. Now using keyboard, we press Y. We should get up and enable. We won't do the lazy shortcut like we would do normally. We will just press escape from the E, and we will come over to the safety systems over here. So we need to enable our DSD, our Vigilance, and our AWS. And it's going to shout at me already, so we'll press Q to acknowledge that.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Thanks very much for telling me that. Right, so we need to get our headlights, which we may just put on full, if I remember. It's been a while since I drove the Evero. Or what is actually copied, the LNER 801 5-car variant. As you can see, we are 2 times 5, so we have 2 formations together. We can press 8 key and we can just go and have a fly around. As you can see, here we are together, we are 006 and 005. So we will close that off. So yeah, how is everyone's morning? How are we all doing? Let's get our doors closed. This stream's coming across alright, I think. There we go. We'll acknowledge the guard that we don't have. And we are away. He says. There we go. Yeah, so we'll hot tail it into Euston via Watford. Never been on one of these Everos before. It'd be nice to get on one eventually. If you have been on one, do let me know what you think of them. If they're worse than the Pendolino, or they're better, or is a 350 there. We'll acknowledge that. There we are, we're just typing away. Anyway, there we are. Right, so as you can see, we are only limited to 110 miles per hour in an Evero because this unit was suddenly built with no tilt. Why they would build a new train for high speed uses with no tilt, I have no idea, but there we go. So our maximum speed is 110 because we have no tilt. Stability of the game is okay. FPS is around something like that. I don't know if it shows up. Good morning, Hentus. Can you just let me know that you can hear me okay, since I seem to be talking to myself at the moment? I'm a bit quiet. Okay, let me have a fiddle with OBS. Right, be quiet. Mike's a bit quiet, so let me see if I can just whack that right up there. Does that sound any better, or am I too loud now? Gonna put me on the second monitor, that's fine. I'll just figure out why I'm not going so fast. Yep, that's good, brilliant. As I was just saying at the start of the stream, we are using the Forks PC timetable, so we are currently driving an Evero to Euston. I will just pan out, that's just probably blown your eardrums, I do apologise. I pressed the wrong button for the pan out, I was meant to press 3, not 8. So if I blew your ears out then, do apologise on that. We were just saying how these, for some strange reason, were not built with tilt. So we're only limited to 110 miles per hour. How are you doing anyway, Hentis? It's been a while since this has kind of happened. It's usually me watching yourself. Since we're going high speed, we can kind of... Hold on, let me just bring that mouse down a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And we can ditch... From what key button it is, I think it's that one. That's better. We can ditch the UI. I'm still semi-learning this route in terms of no HUD. So when it comes to the 350, I kind of limit it down the best I can. Yeah, it's weird how that PS5 problem is affecting you, but I've not seen it anywhere else. Not saying it's like limited to just yourself sort of thing. I mean, I just haven't seen it anywhere. I've not seen it really on the forums, although to be fair, the forums are a bit of a no-go area at times, to be fair. Yeah, this is the, as you can tell by the amount of, or lack of followers I've got, I mean, streaming's not really my number one thing, and usually I'm more on Twitch than I am YouTube. But I thought I'd try something a bit different since Twitch likes to limit things all the time. Has the post in question been approved yet, Hentis? Because if not, I can just quickly tab out and have a look now. Oh, you've not written it yet? Oh, well, come on, you're a bit slow, aren't you? Come on. Normally, Brian, if I've got something in my head, it's already pre-written, and then I ask permission. And then if I don't get the permission, I'll post it anyway, but still, that's besides the point. Now, it's quite clear that Streamlabs isn't realised that I'm on YouTube, so that's quite interesting. Oh well, we'll set that up for next time. Doing 19 things over once. Once, sorry. Not sure I'm going to question that decision. If you're expecting any spads from me, it's unlikely going to happen. Oh, thanks very much, Hentis. Like I say, it's one of those. A lot of people when they do streams, they like the you know the likes and the follows and all this stuff. I'm not doing it for that. I mean, I know obviously ambassadors have to do that, of course. I'm not doing it for that. I'm literally just doing it, streaming it. People want to watch it, absolutely fine. People don't want to watch it, absolutely fine. People want to come back, again, absolutely fine. I'm happy to see people come back, but I'm not too fussed if they don't. The only thing that I really didn't like on Twitch compared to YouTube is with Twitch, a video is removed, I think after 14 days if you're not a subscriber, and then 60 if you are, as where YouTube it stays, unless of course you break copyright reasons. Game sound could do with coming up, right, okay. Now I'm not sure if that's OBS sound or if that is... Let's try that. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Does that sound any better? That's better, right, brilliant. Yeah, no, I used to like Twitch because being on Xbox, as you've already said yourself, we couldn't stream to YouTube directly without going for a capture card. And that's one thing I refused to pay for, was a capture card, because I didn't have a laptop or a desktop or a PC or anything like that to control it with. So I didn't see the point in the capture card. And then obviously I got the PC last year. So then I was originally using AMD streaming tools, and for some reason it really didn't like Twitch. Every time I went on Twitch it just gave it a really weird multicoloured rainbow stream. Even though the sound was there, everything else was gone. And I thought, well, in this last couple of weeks I thought, let's have a look at YouTube, let's see how things will work on that. And then of course, I'm going a bit too fast here. And then of course YouTube was an option, but then of course I went to go live, I think it was Monday as a test, but luckily enough I put it in unlisted, so it was only like people I invited. And of course I had to be careful what I had going, obviously, names we shall not mention. So before we went live today I quickly took them off. So there's no chance of seeing stuff on here that you shouldn't do. Louis Trains, I've just had a notification saying that you have subscribed. Many thanks for that if you're still watching. Yeah, unfortunately I'm only down to one monitor, so I'm having to like switch between tabs or I've got the chat open on my phone just so I can see it for the time being. I'm going too fast again. In fact, I think I've been going fast for quite some time, but there we are. Yeah, I've also got God mode in, so I can change the field of view as much as I freely wish to. I mean, that's quite handy with the PC, because obviously you can put all this stuff in and it's better. I was having a chat with our good friend Tintin the other day. We went up and met up for a coffee. He came to Blackpool, obviously I went to Blackpool. And he was telling me that you've managed to get a PC now, but are you having some issues with it? You saw the mugshots. Acknowledge that. I'm assuming that it's got the right specs for it. I mean, I'm saying I know what I'm talking about with specs. You probably know more about specs than what I do, apart from the ones that are on my face, but besides the point. I think we're approaching Tring. I'm just guessing by this tunnel. So luckily enough for my PC, I didn't build it myself. A friend of mine gave it to me because he decided to move up to a gaming laptop. So I just got him to copy and paste all the specs over to me, and anytime that anyone asks me for the specs, I just go and get the specs from that and copy and paste it in. Somehow I don't think that was Tring, but I don't know. I think it was. Yeah, unfortunately, this is one route that I've not really learned yet. I've not played enough of it. Yeah, you go write the post out. Let me know when it's there, and then I'll tab across and I'll go and approve it. Well, there might be another mod on there to approve it already, but there's no guarantee of that. Obviously, they all could be busy doing other things. Let's go a bit faster now since we're down to 104 miles per hour. I don't tend to go outside the cab so much, so most of the time when I'm streaming, I'm literally sat in first person view. Bit bouncy. I need to play more of Mittenwell Barn at some point. Had a slight disagreement with the crocodile yesterday. It yeah, I really should read the manual with that, to be fair. Although when it comes to the previous release, Ludwig Barn, I've actually enjoyed that more than I expected it, considering I had no new actual DLC to go with it. I definitely enjoyed that way better than I expected. The only problem with me is when I read something, especially when it's so long, I need to have that time to actually sit there and read it all, instead of like reading a bit of it, then read another bit of it, and then another bit of it. I need to read it all in one go. Yeah, with Ludwigbahn, I think that was the first German route that I'd played probably since. Oh, well, you say since because it's been that long. Because I just tend to not drive any German stuff. Not because I can't do PZB, I can quite happily. But it just German stuff wasn't a thing for me. And then I got into Ludwigbahn and I thought, oh, let's just have a try. Let's try with PZB. I mean, I got hit a couple of times, but it certainly gave me the refresher of PZB as well. I think this one is Berkhamsted. I just guess it as I go along. I'm probably 9 times out of 10 completely wrong as it is, but there we are. I was completely wrong because we're coming up for Watford Junction. I think I broke it a little bit too early then. Very much try to get on one of these at some point. Apparently they're not great for comfort. I suppose you're never going to know until you try it yourself, but... Yeah, I definitely broke down a little bit too early there. I was doing one of the early morning services yesterday morning. I think it was the first Glasgow service out of Euston, and I was actually paffed on the slow lines all the way up to Milton Keynes. Now, I think it's traditionally like that anyway. On the early morning, the late services. I think that's just so they can keep these clear for work or whatever. We have a 350 parked up there. I'm guessing that's going to Crewe, especially being on the fast line. Indeed, it is going to Birmingham, not Crewe. We must be chasing something. We were stopping here anyway, so... We're at 10 cars. Don't want to stop at the 3 and 5 marker. And we certainly don't want to stop at the 5 and 8 marker. Here'll do. Ish. Yeah, look at them two over there having a skive like usual, honestly. Workers round here. Right, let's just put that on. Oh no, wrong button. Let's just put that on a minute. We're a bit early, 3 minutes. Alright, let's have a catch up. I can't travel on the Pendle or anything that tilts. It makes me... Yeah, Yeah, see, you don't really notice the tilt when you're on board. At least I don't seem to notice the tilt when you're on board. You do, obviously when you see it in the game, you see it just going from side to side, but you don't generally feel the tilt, especially going around into the corners at high speed. Just subbed us. Yep, thanks very much for the sub there, Hentis. Like I say, it's literally going to be more out the blue things than rather planned. The timing for me to stream is very limited. And it's to be fair, it's usually late at night, the streaming. What's going on there? Why is it telling me it's got 23 miles while I'm stopped? No idea. I think that's probably what's left after this, but we'll wait here until the time's up anyway. Yeah, the streaming for me is literally as and when I can do it. Let's have a mooch around. Hold on. What have we got over here? That's me, obviously. What have we got over here? Let's go a bit faster. -2. I think that's the one that comes with the game, isn't it? Because I know the -7 is modded into this timetable. And we've got some 710 action going on there. Some rather red-looking, dodgy buses. But yeah, there we are. They are so dodgy. They are very dodgy indeed. I suppose when we ain't got a license or anything, that's what happens, isn't it? You know, you got to just make it look so unrealistic as possible, but try and keep it realistic without being told off. I mean, I know in Moddy's case it doesn't really matter because, you know, they're going to sell a mod. Can't really sue a mod, sorry. Drink my cold coffee. Right, let's get our doors shut. I don't think we're stopping again. We're going straight into Euston Platform 1. Let me just have a tab out a second. It's a good job that that's locked onto that. Nothing there. And we're not due to go yet because it hasn't beeped to me here. There we go. So we'll tab back in. And away we go. So 350 coming in, probably up to Milton Keynes for sure. I can see why these are better for reliability in a way, because they do accelerate a lot faster than the Pendolino. But every time I look on real-time trains and I look for an Aviro, they're always late. Albeit whether it's a couple of minutes, which can never be helped. But sometimes you see them like 10 minutes late, and it's always the Aviros that are late. The Pendolinos seem to be either on time or the odd minute or two late, but the Aviros always seem to be 10 plus. So they're clearly not working as they should do. Ding dong. Acknowledge that. See, quickly up to 94 miles per hour. Yeah, probably start getting a bit jumpy around here. Well, not around here, sorry, when we get past Wembley. Just as we're going past the Willesden Junction depot, it'll start getting a bit itchy scratchy on the FPS. I think I've pretty much got most settings maxed up to pretty much, definitely got everything up to very high, if not ultimate. I think the sky's down up to very high because it makes absolutely zero difference between ultimate and very high. But yeah, the FPS is definitely a hitter around Willesden Junction. I mean, I've got the unlimited FPS thing enabled. So in some places I can get 100, 120, but then I get to there and I'm like struggling to get 15 or 20. You got any plans for today then, or are you just home doing some more videos and whatnot? Was planning on getting the Swanage diesel Ghana photos from last year sorted. Oh yeah, I'll take it you got quite a few of them then. Acknowledge that. Off to see GBRF 666, I think that 26. Hopefully 66 315. There can't be many more 66s you've not seen now, surely. Wednesday night gaming stream with COD. I may pop in a bit. COD, I'm always happy to support other people playing games. COD isn't a game that I'm usually interested in. Quite frankly, I find it not very interesting at all, should we say. I won't go naming other words that I shouldn't say. Yes, because my PC died in June. That will explain why you've got another one. Right, let's bring it down. You can already see the FPS is going to hit. I am going to bring the FPS counter up on my screen. You may not be able to see it on yours. We are going to slow down for the 90 coming up. I'm literally just struggling above 25 FPS currently as we speak. I think you can see it on your screen, come to think about it. But yeah, we're definitely struggling a little bit. It shouldn't die out on me. We're in the red now. But again, we are using the modded timetable, not the official timetable that came with the route, or the upgraded timetable that came out with the route, I should say. Because them who shall we not name are pretty useless at timetables. Just keep it steady around the 84 mark, because if I try and whack it up, well, I've got a 90 coming up anyway. But if I try and speed it up, it'll It'll probably struggle that bit more. It seems to steady itself out as we get closer to Queen's Park. I think it is literally just this depot yard that it doesn't like. Roughly 10 minutes to do 5.1 miles. We'll probably get an approach control outside of Houston, unless something comes out before we get there. I believe these Evro services mimic Birmingham runs. I could be wrong. Yeah, just the Birmingham runs for the time being. I don't think it included the Chester services, mainly because the Chester and Holyhead services don't stop until they get to Crewe. Odd occasional ones at Stafford, but 9 times out of 10 it's usually Crewe. So they would be just pure AI anyway. And obviously when this timetable, I think it was when this era was, it was more the 221s that were running them. But obviously they've moved on now, and we don't have a 221 to use in the game. I think several of the cross-country, no, not cross-country, several of the 221s have gone to cross-country. I think Grand Central have taken another 2 or 3. But then eventually when I don't know what East Midlands are calling their Hitachi 810s. Obviously the Meridians are going to get moved on then, so whether cross country take them as well, or whether they go to some other TOC, we don't know yet. So we need to come down to 55 miles per hour now. The FPS has gradually gone up to around the 40 to 50 mark now. Take a nice slow approach as we go in through this mini bridge, tunnel, whatever you want to call it. Seems to be sticking a bit there. I think we are now approaching Queen's Park. Ding dong to you too. 2.3 to go. Oh, it definitely stopped then. And I'm fast. It's a good job there's no PCB on this route. It'd have done me for that. When I get into Houston, I am just going to quickly nip on, sort out an OBS setting. I'm going to leave the game running. I'm not going to pause it or anything. It should only take me a second or two. It's unusual for me to come into Houston this way as well. I'm usually on the far right. Even in real life, it's very rarely I come on this side. 40 coming up, but we'll just probably slow it down now. Ready for our 25 shortly after that. And then we don't want to be hit by approach control, because that is something that really annoys me. We've got like 6 minutes yet, and we've got the. I think we've got pretty much clear into Euston now, so there's no point in going too fast. Final approach into Euston. It's weird as well because depending on, obviously I can't say it now, but when I was recently on Avanti West Coast, depending on where you are travelling to and from, the train managers, as they call them, I think they are on Avanti, they don't even check your tickets while you're on board. I don't know the full logistic reasons of that. I've come to my own conclusion that because Euston is ticket barrier, your tickets get looked at as you leave the station, and obviously at the other end, depending on where you're coming from. So like Manchester, for example, they got ticket barriers, and I think the intermediate calling points like Stockport, Wilmslow, not sure about Nuneaton, if it stops there, Milton Keynes, and obviously Euston have all got ticket barriers. So I've come to the conclusion that, well, what's the point in a train manager then? Because obviously there's no way you're getting through a ticket barrier without a ticket, unless they're just wide open. $14 miles an hour. Shouldn't get hit with an approach control at that speed, but we'll just take it down a bit more. Platform 1, I don't know where this is going. I'm guessing this is going back to Birmingham at some point, but I don't know when and how long. I could go any slower, I'm going to stop halfway down. Get some minimum brake on there, and that'll do it. Oh right, okay, you want me to just quickly lock and shut the doors, yeah? Right, we'll do that then.
Smoking is not permitted on any part of the station.
No shit, I kind of know that already. Never been one good for screenshots. Right, we've actually arrived early, so that is the reason why we are not getting an objective clear just yet. Timetable, no, not that one. I'll get the buttons right in a minute, for goodness sake. Honestly. Still getting used to playing on the keyboard after all this time. What have we got out next? 12:01. So it's got Chester in there. 13:02. Not gonna sit there for an hour, surely. Probably will. Right. Whatever. Right, I'm just gonna cheat with the safety systems to turn them off. We want to put tail on that. I think we're all good to go. We can get up. If only there was a mod that you could increase passenger count. Right, let's just stand here for a moment while I mess about with a setting. Bear with me one moment. Something I'll have to have a look at later because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with that. We'll come back to it in a bit. Anyway, right. that's now done, we aren't going to stay on East Coast Main Line South. It was just a temporary measure, just to leave some background noise on. I think maybe I should have cleared the FPS counter first, because it's still a... Let's go and have a look at... let's go to the north section. Who doesn't love a bit of 101 action? Oh, no, don't want a 3. We'll do a 2. We'll do that one. Weather doesn't matter, because I'll just switch that as we go along if need be. Excuse me. Yeah, I was going to do some Mitten Wellbarn, but I think I need a bit more practice of that while I'm not on stream. Oh, do come on. There we go. Right, okay. So for a start, let's get the doors open. We press Y. We need to turn that on. We need to turn... Come on, where are you? Right, we'll turn the change lever on. AWS is around here somewhere. Don't make me get up and do it. You're going to make me get up and do it, aren't you? Typical. Right, we'll acknowledge that. We'll get some white light on there. White light there. Da, da, da. We are going. I don't have a clue where we're going. Where are we going? Unless we're going to nowhere. We'll have a guess we're going to Preston. Yeah, right, Preston it is then. I've probably just gone straight past it while I wasn't looking, but never mind. Right, we'll go there. No idea if that's even correct or not. Right, we're in gear. Panel light on. Let's fly out, blow everyone's eardrums. Not quite right, is it? Close enough, that'll do. It's a bit noisy in my ears, let's turn that down a bit. Right, here we go then. Welcome to Bouncy 101. Must say the Just Trains have knocked this 101 out of the park. Much better than the original one that came with Tees Valley and Northern Transpennine. Which, coincidentally actually, this new version of the Just Trains 101 does actually layer or port back into Tees Valley. So if you want to go back to Tees Valley and use the newer class 101, it will work. Now I've got to remember how to do something. To you too. I've got to remember how to do this now on the keyboard. Yeah, anyway, welcoming anybody that's watching. I'm not boring you to death just yet. No, we don't need the FPS counter because we can trust Just Trains route to be okay. Slow grind out. I have got the Xbox control pad plugged in as well, so if it all goes pear-shaped on the keyboard, at least I've got that to fall back on. The other beauty with this 101 as well is you can see on the, I'll just zoom in actually since I can. You see on this marker here with the yellow, you don't actually have to wait now for the needle to drop back out to change gear. I'll just try and do it now while we're on here, because it will just allow you to continue without actually cutting the engine. So that's another handy feature where you save a couple of seconds if you're running late. Although there is still that option that if you do run late, you've got no chance of picking up the time on this. That fast? Lovely. That sounded like it went in my ears before the train actually went past, believe it or not. Are we going to get it up to the full 70? Should. There's the 70. We're supposed to leave it in gear 4 for idling. Don't think it actually makes a blind bit of difference in all fairness. Immediately I'm already slowing down. A lot of people seem to struggle to brake on this. Not so much getting the gears correct, but it's more the braking passage that they all seem to get wrong. Now, I've always done it where you put about 10% brake on when you're about 0.8 miles out, depending on how fast you go in, and then gradually increase it a little tiny bit. It really all depends on how fast you go in, the gradient. Yeah, well, like I say, we'll see when we get there anyway. I think it's gonna slow me down in a minute anyway for this approach control red. So I'm assuming it's gonna push me to the side. I don't think there's anything high speed coming behind me, but again, that wouldn't surprise me if there was. I've got the approach control red. We're okay just for a little bit longer. Now this would make you feel sick. I think this would be worse than a tilt. I never judge the percentage on the screen. I always look at this here. So as long as you put your first set of brake on between each line, that should be enough to start slowing you down. And then you just adjust it as you go in. Although no matter, I'm probably going too slow now. Of course, on the keyboard you've got the handy lap instead of having to like put the brake on and then rush it back through again. We are path, but because we've gone so slow, we're going to have to gear up. Oh, sorry, gear down. Probably not going to go any faster than that, just because by the time I get up to speed, I'm going to have to come back down again. And we do have a red light approaching. And we don't want no spads on the string. Bouncy bounce. Lots of 101s, just like you want to see. Too hard on the brakes then, just give everyone whiplash. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get these doors open. It says I'm not holding on for long, so I don't think there's anything passing me. Nice little selfie of Hentis there in his little picture. Right, let's get these doors locked. No point in going any faster than 10. I don't really know why this is only a 10 mile an hour section. Come on, when you're ready, get changed. like to go a bit faster than 10 miles an hour, thank you very much. There we go. The old saying of Mr. Colonel Failure, grip it and rip it. Well, I'm not going to be gripping it and ripping it much in this thing, but yeah. Come on then, Mr. Bounce. I'm definitely noticing cows. My chat on my phone seems to have frozen. I didn't realise I'd missed people. Typical, isn't it, eh? Rely on one chat and it never goes right. Hitting cows? No, I'm definitely not doing that. That is, if you were watching Tintin the other day, then it was more goats than anything else. Goats was the theme and the topic for the stream. And that was in his Mitten World preview. So I would suggest go and have a look at that if you want to get the reference of goats. Anyway, good morning, Geek Daddy. How are you doing? Evening, Mr. Jason. Gavs Photography, how are you doing, buddy? Argyle kit secured. That's child abuse. So Rich Rail suggested try and restore licenses. I mean, you're asking me how that works. Well, I say you're not asking me how that works. I haven't got a clue how that works. I mean, it's probably some advice, but I don't have a clue on a PS5, unfortunately. It must be quite late over there now, Gav, surely, where you are. Tash gets a haircut, I get an Argyle kit. I mean, to be fair, the haircut is probably cheaper than the kit, but why would you torture yourself in an Argyle kit? I mean, you could probably throw back that question to me, as why would I torture myself in a Portsmouth kit? But I'm actually supporting the team where I'm from. You're not. It's 10:20 p.m, so it's not actually that late as I was thinking then. You're New Zealand, is it? Australia, New Zealand. Oh, well, I've pretty much given you the ultimate insult then by calling Australia versus New Zealand, haven't I? I almost got run down by a learner driver. Now, secretly, was that yourself? Let's just whack that up a minute. Oh, wretched phone. Get a Ring doorbell, they said. It'll be nice and safe, they say. Yeah, it flipping pings every 2 seconds. Literally ran across the crossing, I was crossing, and the instructor was like, sorry, with his hands up. I mean, at least the instructor apologised, and I suppose you do have to give that little bit of leniency because it's a learner driver. No, that's because of a leaf going past the doorbell, would you believe? That's how sensitive it is. Ridiculously sensitive. But then if you take the marker, the boundary for it, if you bring it in bring it in closer to the house, it doesn't actually do what it's meant to do, which is a bit stupid. Yeah, it's the same with the this doorbell here. It picks up people, but then because we're right on the corner house, it'll detect if a car goes around the corner and the light goes across the doorbell motion. But because there's a lamppost right in the way, it figures that the lamppost, strangely, is a person. You know, Amazon and their stupidity and all that. Right, we're not going very fast here, are we? It's, I'm sure I'm in top gear here. Gear 4, yeah, I'm not going any faster than that. I have a video door entry system. Oh, I get you. I used to bloody hate those intercom things. Especially when they're not actually coming to your house, they ended up knocking on your doorbell just to try and gain entry. 9 times out of 10 they got told where to go. Ooh, that's very motion sickness, that, isn't it? Oh, flipping heck. Imagine having that against the tilt. I think I'd know which one I'd prefer. Don't think it's really picking up very much on the stream, but it's definitely going like the clappers on my end. TSW5 is loaded. Let's see what's going on. You'll touch wood that it's worked, but in true fashion, a lot of them are probably gone now. Yeah, it's very swaying, isn't it? That's definitely knocking the motion a little bit. I mean, thank God we're not using the underground and it's doing something like that. Come on, just push it a bit faster. Shocking. Well, apparently I had some brake on and I didn't even know I did. That might help. Remind me, Geek Daddy, what are you spadding tonight? Brighton Main Line into Victoria. Ah, yes. Now one remembers what you're playing. Dear passengers, if you want some sick bags, you have to pay British Rail £2. Thank you for travelling on British. £2? You're a bit generous, aren't you? Mind you, I haven't said that the price of inflation back then was next to nothing. Dates with Victoria, yes. Well, yeah. Well, we'll just keep those comments for later on. She can have her own pleasure later. Come to think about it, it is a shame that you're not on PC though, Geek Daddy, because you could have probably put the mod on and used the 700. Probably going to wish I picked something a bit faster now. Success. Did it work? Restoring licenses on TSW5 got the 22 routes back and updated Mannheim. You scored a goal, which is one more than Liverpool against Plymouth. Rail scenario maybe for the 700. Yeah, I think that's all there is really, isn't there? I mean, obviously I know you're quite happy with the Series X, but would you ever consider moving over? I mean, obviously me and you had that discussion many moons back, and we were both like, nah, I'm not doing the PC opportunity thing, you know, go with all this PC Master Race and all that rubbish, and I'm still by that, you know, I don't agree with the PC Master Race and all that. But looking at it when it comes to TSW, it is clearly better on PC. Especially when it comes to the sounds. You don't have them distorted sounds on the Xbox. On the PC compared to the Xbox. Or even the PlayStation, in fact. So because Huntes is happy to celebrate, he's going to purposely go on stream at some point and spad. hope there's nothing behind me because it's going to be quite quite delayed if there is. Well, if there was, it'd be there already, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's just it as well. But it did. Obviously, I'm kind of alright because obviously I got mine given to me. But yeah, PCs aren't cheap, and especially when you've got to maintain them all the time as well. And obviously, you're into your graphics and your arts and stuff, which is obviously your main thing. But obviously, you need to have other priorities as well. Obviously, you're getting married this year, aren't you? So obviously, that needs to become number one priority. At the moment I feel like I'm sat in a cradle getting rocked to sleep or something at the minute. This is going so bloody slow, but then I suppose that's what you kind of expect for DMUs back then. Ah, yeah. I forgot you posted it. Although that was a good selfie actually. I kind of want to save that just to take the piss. Disclaimer, I'm not that kind of a horrible person. Unless it's the Geek Daddy. Then yeah. Right. I'm already full, I can't go any faster than that. At 64 mile an hour, marvellous. Better start slowing down though. Brake keeps getting randomly applied. I've no idea. We've got a red approaching us, or I'm approaching it, I should say. East Killer, welcome in. How are you doing? Those interviews we did last year, so I'm mistaken. I think I vaguely remember that. Those interviews were strangely weird because I wasn't going to do it at first, and then me and Megasim just looked at each other and thought, what the hell, we'll go for it. And I think we was in there for about 25 minutes. Because neither one of us was shut up talking. Oh, 2 gears down. 3 with 1. We'll just take a nice casual coast into Preston. I'm going to try and find the route hopper marker and also can go straight into Blackpool from here. Moving right across to platform 2. Station I seem to know very well at the moment. Obviously Tintin will know it a lot better than what I will, but yeah, station it seems to know very well at the moment. Same with Joe and me, we ended up discussing. Yeah, that's pretty much what we were, and then we got rabbiting on about history and like our childhood, and quite frankly I don't think they were interested, but they just left us to it anyway. Just woke up and finally got the MP15. That's the Switcher, is it not? Or is that the Baby Bullet? I can't remember. I'll do a shameless plug for DTG while I'm here though. Anybody that is after the Peninsula Corridor route will need to get it pretty soon, as it will be coming off sale on the 27th of February. In fact, it will be coming off the store, I should say, not off sale. And it'll be gone. We don't know how long it'll be gone for. Could be forever, it could not be forever, we don't know. But yeah, anything to do with Peninsula Corridor, the Baby Bullet or the Switcher, they are all, we'll stop a bit early, why not? Or not, yeah, we'll stop early. Yeah, they're all coming off the store soon. So make advantage of, I think there's a sale going on for it soon, if it isn't already. But yeah, get it soon before it disappears. And why am I looking at my stream and it looks well behind? That's because it is. Right, we'll lock the door, we'll get out. I've got no idea where the route hopper marker is on this, so we'll have to go and find it. Alright, skip that rubbish. Get up from there. We don't care, let me get up. Hold on, that one. No. Where are we going after this? Or where are you going after this? Because I'm not going anywhere. Anybody know where the route hopper marker is on this? I'm assuming it's around here somewhere. Oh, there we are. Right, we'll do that. We'll switch across, and then we'll go up to either Blackpool North or Blackpool South, whatever comes in first. Yeah, so the discount's already started then if you've got it for $4, I think that is. I can see what has been held at Hentis. I've no idea why it's not allowing me to authorise that, but yeah, I do fully agree with you. What's the betting that I've popped in here at the wrong time now and I can't even get it into Blackpool? What we got? Blackpool South 11:40, so 15 minutes. Why do I keep looking at that when I can just look at this? Where are you going? You're an II service, marvellous. So yeah, as per usual, I've come in at the complete wrong time. Just to verify what Hentis actually said, read some people moaning about it being 8% off as well. Yeah, people always want something for nothing. I think they're trying to compare it to, let me just get into a bit of a quiet zone away from that. People are trying to compare it to the TGV route that I think was 90% off recently. That is really loud. Anyway, yeah, yes, people were comparing it to TGV, LGV, what you want to call it. It was 90% off or even free. And even then when it was 90% off in the last sale, I think it was, people were still moaning. It's like, well, if it's been free once, why can't it be free again? And it's like, well, if you're that bothered, you should have got it back then when you did. Right, get going, whoever that is. Too noisy in my ear. Can we get in the air? Yeah, we can. Now, I know there is a way out we can speed time up on the mod, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't got the how to do it. So 11:50 is the next Blackpool North service, so what we'll do is we'll just jump out and then we'll spawn back in for that 11:50 service. Watch it be a fast service now as well, just to be annoying. Let me just open that. Right, okay. Where are we going? We're going to Blackpool, aren't we? What did I say it was? 11:50. We've done a 101, so we won't do that again. We'll go orange. What was the 11:50? I'm assuming it's that. Which means it's a non-stopping service. Well, we don't want a non-stopping service. We want to go somewhere it's going to stop at places. So we'll do this one. Going to have a quick whiz down. I'm glad I read the full thing of that before I just read the first part, because going for a quick whiz is something really you should keep to yourself. But yeah, going to have a quick whiz down the West Coast Main Line. Watching your drive this morning has inspired me. Are you going to go hodless though? That's the question. Granted, I know I was in a fast service, so hodless would have been a damn sight easier. Let's get that open. What's the destination right? Headlights. Don't know why we need to put the AWS on, because there's no AWS magnets, but we'll do it anyway for the points. Up here. We go to Blackpool North, which is probably too much, so we'll go to Blackpool North. There is no DSD on this. No to hodless, I presume. Well, that's a shame, but never mind. I thought I'd ask the question anyway. Let's just hop out and blow everyone's eardrums. Well, that's close enough, that'll do. I've not tried the guard mode on the PC yet. I think I tried it on Overshap briefly. Either I didn't agree with it, or it didn't agree with me, one or the other. Yeah, I'm not going into photo mode. I can't bother with that rubbish. Just take it as it is. It may happen one day when hell freezes over. Is hell going to freeze over? That's new to me. I need to try that on the BCC. Yes, I've not tried it on BCC actually. I know Ambassador Richard Rail is going to do a stream tonight using the guard mode. Right, hold on. Let's get out of it. So let's just verify where we're stopping. It should be Kirkham, it should be all of them actually. Kirkham, Polton, Leighton and Blackpool, which is fine, so we can ditch that and ditch that. Just change the field of view a little bit. passengers can't see the destination, they can walk. Well, I prefer them to get on and then make them completely miss where they're going, because that's more fun. But unfortunately, we don't actually know where they're not going to. So we are stopped for 35 mile an hour for the time being. After we go around the bend and just as we cross the bridge, we can go up to 70. I'm not going to give you any history facts about the route because quite frankly you've probably all heard them all when you've been watching Tintin Street. It seems to have hung there a little bit, never mind. As soon as we cross the bridge we can floor it. Alright, before the bridge, fair enough. Alright, let's go. Yeah, nice popping in, Hensis. Thanks very much for coming in. I probably won't be on much longer, to be fair. Got a few errands that I've got to run this afternoon. It was just a spontaneous stream. Hopefully, I might get another one in at some point before the week's out, maybe either tomorrow or Friday. Probably around the same time again, if anything. But yeah, I'll pop in and say hello in a little bit when you're on. I seem to be plugging everyone's stream here tonight, today. Yeah, catch you later, Hensis. Take care, buddy. Is it hard to do podless? It depends on how well you know the route and which route you're actually driving. So, for me, the very first route I learned hodless was East Coast Way. And then I think the second one after that was Great Western Express. It's one of those that naturally you need to look out for certain little points that stand out for braking points, station points, for example. So I'm around this area anyway, so I know this route like the back of my hand. Southeastern High Speed was another one that actually didn't take too long to get hodless. In fact, that was the very first route I fully completed the timetable. Just to clarify, that was the original timetable, not the extended one. I think I completed that in just over 10 weeks. That's fully hodless, but like I say, you need to look out for little certain things that will shout out to you that you'll remember for braking points. Let's just stop there, so I can't go any faster than that. So like a tree or a certain sign that you'll see that comes up. So for Kirkland Western, that will come up very shortly. You'll know the braking point is actually the approach control signal, because when this route was set, the line diverges. With Kirkland Western on one side, then you've got the pass-through on the other. Well, in our modern day now, that's not like that anymore. Where the pass-through is now, that's now just a single line, and there's a platform there instead. So on this, that would probably be your braking point heading towards Blackpool. And then coming out of Blackpool for Kirkland Western, you could say the signal box could be your braking point. Or just after the bend would be your braking point. So we've got Saltwick coming up in just a moment now. Only 4 trains a day actually stop there. And and that is usually 3 northbound and 1 south. So if you was on one of them Solwick stoppers that you was doing Hodless, you would probably use this siding on our left, excuse me, this siding on our left as your braking point. Because your platform is literally just there where that bridge is. We're calling it all the platforms all the way into Blackpool North. We've got Kirkland, Wesham, Holton, the File, Leighton, and then of course Blackpool North. Yeah, like I say, it all depends on the route you're playing. But when you do it once, just continue to play it and play it and play it and play it in that order, and use that same thing until you find a better option for a braking point. Because once you master it in the daylight, it will just completely stand out in the dark. You'll have no issue at all. Very shortly we'll get what you would normally get the signal warning for the branch to go on the fast line, but obviously we're stopping, so that is normally roughly around this bend here. It should actually be this signal here. That's showing me yellow because we have a danger aspect at Kirkland Wesham. Usually the case because you may have the diverging line from Blackpool South, like a train coming out from there. There's already a train on our right hand side. Our stopping point is actually by this little silver thing on the left hand side. So we'll just open that up. We'll stick the HUD on just briefly and we'll have a fly around and I'll show you what I mean by the new version of Kirkland Wesham. So, hold on. So as you can see here, the diverging line is here. So this track here has actually been moved over, so they're now touching pretty much with this one. And all this is now a platform and then a little bit of a car park behind it. So this in real life now looks absolutely nothing like this at all. Then of course obviously you got the Cat's Biscuit factory over there, which obviously in real life is Fox's, but obviously licensing and all that. If anyone needs a collectible for a sand pit, by the way, there's one there. Don't think anybody wants to get on my train now, so we can't go anywhere because we're still on a red aspect, but I think that should clear once we have the doors closed, or at least the objective clears. We'll get our doors shut now just so they're ready. Okie dokie. Right, let's just bring that back out a little bit, just so I can see the speed limiter. Let's get our brakes released. Let's buzz back to them. We'll go. Tom, where are we going next?
The next stop is halt on the Files.
Marvellous, thanks. Right, we'll lose the HUD. We're only allowed to do 30 out of here until we cross the junction. Shut the door. No, that's your bingo card, not mine. I don't have bingo cards. I do think you need to change one of them and have overshoot as one of them. So our line to the left would take us towards Blackpool South. In real life, that is still actually single line in real life. That is pretty much exactly how it is going down that way now from how it was back then. Only difference in it being that obviously it's northern and it's usually 156s. And obviously St Anne's Station, or St Anne's on Sea Station, doesn't look like that in real life. It's back modernised. Change one. Yeah, I think you do. I think ideally probably one of the ones that doesn't really get bingo, shall we say. I mean, I try my best every week to clear the section, but I've noticed there's the odd couple of ones that stay there untouched. So we can now go up to 70 miles per hour. And then obviously we'll have Poulton in about 3 miles. We'll have a 50 marker that will be our brake marker, shall we say. There's a right dodgy noise. There's the whistle board, so we'll get some noise going on that. You keep still. Don't move it down that way so that way I can see the speed. That's 70, so we can stop that for a moment. Make sure I'm doing nothing wrong now while I'm not looking at the screen. That'll be a bit silly, wouldn't it? Oh, we've got some fog coming in. What a foggy mess. There's one of two ways I can do this. I can either keep the fog and leave it as it is, or I'll just command it to piss off and I'll go back to the clear sky again. Back up to 70. Makes it a bit more tricky for the braking point now because we've got the fog on. Coming up very shortly. Oh, I've brake on too much now, and I think oh no, didn't do emergency brake nearly. I can't hear it clicking in my ears. I think I came down for the 50 a bit too slow. Too quick, sorry. This is where R50 should be now, because Polton Le File is shortly after this bend. He says. That fog's proper thrown me off, I think. That was our 50 braking point, so yeah, I was about a mile too early. It's this bend that Polton Le File is, because you can see the track separating, because Polton Le File is an island platform. Someone's thrashing its way through, 87 over there. Now in real life this station isn't as long. In terms of looking at it, it actually is. But accessibility, it's really not. They've actually put a massive barrier up there, so you can't go too far up there. And of course, if Anti-West Coast don't call it Polton Le File, so there's no real need to have a super long formation on it. So this is Polton Le File. We'll put that on. I'm probably late now. A little bit, maybe not. Our next station point is Leighton. Or is it a go via? We are stopping at Leighton. Right, we're off. We're only allowed to do 20 out here before we briefly go into the 35 section until we get close to Carlton Crossing, a crossing that we have to cross pretty much every time we want to go to the train station. Branching off to the right is the freight line towards Bernays, or back in the steam era day you could have gone all the way up to Fleetwood in that. we are still limited to 25 miles per hour. Another shameless plug here for DTG, but if you are interested in Blackpool branches or West Coast Mainline over Shap, they are both on sale on Steam. Can't exactly remember how much, but they are both on sale. I think we're in the 35 board, I cannot remember. I'm going to say that, yes we do. We're allowed to go to 70 now, but literally as you get up to that 70, you might not even reach it. We'll get a fast Colton crossing and then we need to start slowing again down for Leighton. Feels weird going across Colton Crossing in the game when you have to go on here in real life. First Colton Crossing, so we need to already start slowing down. Then a little tiny little nick of a bend to the left, and that is our braking point. As soon as we come out of the curve, that is our braking point. I appreciate anybody who's actually watching this can't see a damn thing in front. Stop too soon or they won't be able to get off. Don't actually know where the stopping point is near, so I'm just making this up as I go along. Just stop here by the end of the white line. We'll open them doors. Have we picked up some time? Well, I don't think we are really going to pick up time at this point. What I will do is, so you can all see what's going on, I am going to lose the fog. So we want fog density 0, and we'll press enter, and that's just got rid of that. Right, fog's gone. We will have the door shut, and we shall be away. Next and final stop is Blackpool North. Change here for seasickness and sticker rocks that will pull your teeth out. fast. We will have a red approach control coming up. And then we are limited to 15 miles per hour. The signal is indicating red, but it should change once we cross over the objective marker. But we'll just take the opportunity to slow down on the in-case. Like I said, we don't want no spad happening. There we go, we now have the clear. We're allowed a maximum of 15 miles per hour. We're going into platform, I have no idea. We're just going to take a running guess. Platform 5. In real life, platform 1 has been extended to fit in Avanti West Coast. As you can see, it doesn't even fit in what's there now. We're of course on platform 5. Geek Daddy, if you're still watching, do you want me to take a look at the PC mod so you can see how much different it is for Brighton Mainline? You're still here, but that really didn't really answer the question. Yeah, okay, right, that's fine. We'll get on that in a minute. Yeah, that's something I need to sort out the chat box, because I think it's because I'm on the one screen, so it's not layering over the game for one, and then I've noticed I'm looking at the chat on my phone, and even though Stream Elements is set up, it doesn't seem to want to talk, or appear, or do anything. I'm not even shut the doors yet. No, I'm not. I'm going to finish up the stream about 2 o'clock, I think. You're near enough 3 hours then, isn't it? And we have another platinum. All the stop markers are completely wrong, but we'll take it. We will go to main menu. Right, so we're just having a look on Discord then. We are going to London Commuter, aren't we? London Commuter, timetable, we want the BML with the 700. We can either go the full length or we can go the reduced. We'll go full length. You're going to want to see it in general, aren't you? So we can go Bedford to Brighton's 54, isn't it? Yeah, alright, then we'll finish after that one. So we're starting at East Croydon. I will leave the HOD on for this one though, because even though I know the route for Hodless, I don't know the stopping pattern for Thameslink. Okie dokie, we are stopping. Okay, right. To worry what was going on for a minute then. It's been such a while since I last played this. This could take a while for me to sort out. Master key. Forward. Doors are on the correct side. Exterior lights. It's after 6 o'clock, so we need to have them on daylight. AWS. DSD's around here somewhere. Shut up.
TPWS and AWS
Diligence.
operational.
No idea what DSD is. I'll just do the cheat code for that one. Now turn Vigilance off again. What a sausage. There we go. Right, so let's jump out. What have we got over here? You're going to Caterham. Lovely. What's our calling point? Yeah, I know a 12 coaches you don't know. Hurry up. Gatwick Airport. 3 bridges, yeah. So we're at all stops from Gatwick Airport. So we're fast to Gatwick and then all stops. And now I've just pressed the wrong button. What an idiot. Alright, let's get them doors shut. For FPS, obviously I know you can see it yourself, we are 60-ish. Did I say we were stopping at Gatwick first? Yeah, well, we're going to lose the HOD then because I know all that. Well, that's got a maximum of 90 now. Louis Trains, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? We're just driving the 700 full length on the timetable mod for Brighton mainline up to Brighton, obviously. And then we will probably call it there then. Be quiet. I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm not too bad, thanks very much. Like I said, I just thought I'd try a YouTube stream out. I'm usually on Twitch. I don't think I'll be doing Twitch anymore, to be honest with you. Kind of enjoying it on this side of things. Certainly takes a little while to get it up to speed, this thing, doesn't it? There's the, I'm guessing the stopper at Purley, which just goes up via Red Hill. Yeah, I am normally on Twitch. I haven't done Twitch streaming since October last year, I think. No, must have been longer than that. Anyway, I can't remember. Twitch just gets a bit annoying at times, and obviously because I'm above, because I think I've got about 80 followers on Twitch, and I keep getting that, oh, you're able to join affiliate and all this rubbish. Like, I don't want to do affiliate. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it just to sit down, chill, play trains, not try and earn money out of it. Yeah, sure, I've got no issue with people want to follow and want to come back. Again, I've no issue with that. I'm more than happy to do that. And if people want me to come back and play certain trains, then I will. But I'm definitely not in it for the revenue. And of course, with YouTube, once your video's on there, unless you literally break a rule for any reason, it stays on there. With Twitch, it comes off after like between 14 and 60 days, depending on whether you're subscribed or not. A little bit too fast now. Should only be doing 90 along here. Yeah, of course, I did Twitch streams, but I haven't for a bit. Yeah, I've got no issue with watching people on Twitch. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. I just don't personally like streaming myself to Twitch anymore. Which is a bit of a shame, really, because I kind of need to get all like the people that I was streaming over there to realise that I'm now going on YouTube instead. But then, of course, I can't guarantee exactly when that's going to be. It's just more of a spontaneous, oh, well, I'm free now, let's stream. Yeah, again, it's like with YouTube as well, the Geek Daddy. You nailed it on your head. Then with YouTube, you can make videos and not have to necessarily go live and put pre-recorded stuff out. As where with Twitch, you've got no chance of doing that. Twitch is strictly mainly for live platform. Now, obviously, I've got no interest in the slightest in like pre-recording videos and sending them out. That's just not my thing. Yeah, so to reiterate, we are fast to Gatwick and then we are slow to Brighton. I'll slow down for that little 80 soon. As we rejoin back up with the slow lines just after Red Hill. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I know the number doesn't exactly show what I've had in. I mean, it says I've got 5 in here now, which is probably more than I expected to start off with. There was our 80 marker. We can switch back up to 90 just after the bend. Although you do wonder if there's any point with the length of train before Gatwick Airport. That's correct, Louis. Yeah, we're not used to it being on the fast points. Obviously, on South East, you kind of stuck, aren't you? And just as you get up to speed, you've got to slow it down again anyway for the next stop. I was going to do some South Eastern, but yeah, I've kind of running out of time of it now. Maybe I might do that tomorrow or Friday. So our breaking point on this will be after... I can never remember the name of this stop. In my head I know what it is, but to say it, I can't remember. Wasn't that station, by the way, it was the next one. Quite a nice little sunrise that at the moment, actually. I didn't even put it on that either, just slept the service and away I went. Hawley, that does sound about right, to be honest with you. I'll take your word for it, but it does sound right. I'd say I'd fly out in the camera, but normally I'll end up doing something I shouldn't do. Where is it? Yep, good shout, Hawley it is. probably late now, but I'm really not bothered. Got a habit of being late. Great Western over there, trying to make its way out towards Reading. You have a habit of being late. See, I have a habit of leaving stations early. I still end up making to the next one late. There we are, that's Gatwick Airport. Let's just put the HUD on, let's see how late we really are, and give or take. We'll make that up. Right, if you're not on, too late, I'm going. Three Bridges as our next stop. This will be interesting now because I know where all the platforms are. I just don't know any braking points because obviously nothing actually stops on them on the normal timetable. Obviously, Three Bridges there is, but like the little stations after that, there isn't. There's quite a bit coming into Gatwick at this time of morning. Pee down, isn't it? I was just giving it some praise because of the nice sunrise, and now it's going to pee down. Not sure what environmental settings I need to change to get rid of that. It's gone very dark and very wet very quickly. Won't speed up too much. We've got Three Bridges in just a moment. What's next? Balcombe. I've never stopped there before, so that'll be interesting. Oh, that weather's shocking, isn't it? Gordon Bennett. Who's been singing again? Right, sorry passengers, but if you're not on board, you're getting wet. Yeah, the good thing about this PC mod is you don't actually have an arrival time. You just have a time that you get there. So there's no way you can actually officially be late. Obviously, it'll give you a time once you've stopped. Well, these trains backlogging now, trying to get in. Bloody thing. What have we got? 3 miles. Yeah, I do appreciate everybody that's coming and had a watch, had a chat and whatnot. I'm not going to be one of those that says, oh, please like and subscribe and all this. I know people do that. I've nothing against that. I'm not about that, as I've said many a times. I'd appreciate it if you did, but I'll be honest with you, not too fussed if you didn't. Just glad that you come in and had a watch. Yeah, this isn't a great showing off, is it? Said it now, what? What have I said? Right, hold on, I can't be doing with this rain anymore. What settings can I piss about with? Right, that wetness has got to go. The perception's got to go. Oh dear, I might have just crashed the stream. I haven't. I've got to do this rather slowly so I don't break anything. Right, let's see how that is when we come out of the tunnel. It might have changed things, it might not have done. Can't mess about with it too much because then it'll be like, nope, fuck you, you're going to shut the game down. Oh, that's considerably better, isn't it? Got some rain, which I don't mind handling. Let's turn that back down to interval, because we don't need it on super fast. We are stopping. Oh yeah, no, I've got nothing against people doing it. I've nothing against anybody doing it. At the end of the day, that's their prerogative. You know, go for it. I prefer to leave it up to the viewer's choice whether they want to subscribe or not. Not go chase follows and whatnot. Unlike other people that we know. Although, quite frankly, since they're on my channel, I couldn't care less if they know I'm talking about them or not. but I'm not going to give myself the lack of integrity level by naming and shaming. So I'm guessing this must be based on, well, that stopping point cannot be right, can it? Because I'm a full train. There's no way that if I stop down there, it must be selective door opening this then. Because there's no way this train is fitting on this. Let's just zoom down. I mean, I've heard of a Nebworth before, but what about an understop before? I mean, that's just taking the pure mick. It's at least half the train that's not even on it, and yet the doors have opened. 7 not on there. Dear Lord. Let's get them shot before they decide to try and get compensation out of me. They tend to declare, they need to do more than declare it, flipping heck. I know before the Voyagers were replaced by Everose, because the Voyagers don't have the DDO on it. So if there's two Voyagers against each other, like as a formation, the guard had to go in the second carriage and get everyone to move off the train, or further, or towards at least the 6th carriage, because the doors would open all over the place and they couldn't leave passengers in there. Yeah, should sit in the front 4 coaches. Well, sometimes they come up with 5 or 6, don't they? I mean, I don't know they managed to get it all to work, but yeah, you're advised to move forward on trains that don't have DDO on them. SDO, I don't fucking know how it works. I know selected door opening is SDO. Yeah, the Voyagers, when they used to go up to Holyhead, they never used to split. There used to be the odd one that used to terminate at Chester, but even then, when they would go up to Holyhead as the 10, Flint is after that. Next up, Haywards Heath. Then when it's Wivelsfield. But this would be a nice shot across here. Car Gatwick Express going up to Victoria. Small amount of break now, ready for Haywards Heath, because no doubt we'll have a bit of a dwell time here. And I said dwell as in stay awake dwell, not dwell as in have a nap. We're not doing that again. You can see how much busier it is though, can't you? On the modded timetable. I still think it could do with a proper remaster on it, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Oh, you want me to wait until the time, do you? What a load of rubbish. $94-minute stop. Yes, we had a 94-minute stop. I still made it to Brighton though. That's the main part of it. I still made it to Brighton. It crashed straight after I managed to complete the service, but I still made it to Brighton. That's the main thing. I'm opening the doors now. I'm not waiting for it. And we're off. He says. Withelsfield will be our next stop. Whenever we pick up speed. was having a play with OBS myself for a minute. That's why I've just been quiet briefly. I better slow down first, haven't I? Withersfield is our stop next. This is where you would branch off if you was going towards Eastbourne or Hastings and Seaford. You would branch to the left, which obviously you could then go as far as Eastbourne or Seaford on the East Coastway route, but you can't route hop from here to Lewis. Be nice if that section was filled in some way or another, but not going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I don't. I wouldn't say I don't expect them to remaster it. I don't think anyone would touch this route with a 10-foot barge pole. It's a shame, really, though, because if they'd done this route around this time, knowing all the tools that they know now, I think it'd have been a brilliant route. But instead, it was quite literally a rushed hour job. We are good to go. A little bit later than our plan, but we are good to go. It's only Thames Link, so it should be fine. Burgess Hill is next. By the time we literally just get up to speed, it'll be time to slow it down. This is the branch off towards Lewis, and the East Coast Way. Effectively, it's pointless speeding up because we're already having to get ready to brake. Keep forgetting we're at 12 stop. Did I just get that bang on then as well? Well, I say I got it bang on. I think I got it bang on. Didn't get the exact 500 points for it, but we'll take it. That's because I left late before. Alright, we can instantly shut the doors. We'll do that. Hassocks is next, then it's Preston Park, and then Brighton, where our service and stream will end. Did you get everything sorted out, Geek Daddy? Have you got it all up and going? I'm just pressing buttons for the fun of it in the background. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. New bingo card and chat box sorted. Brilliant. So obviously you play. What do you play your Xbox on? Is it like a normal TV, a monitor, or is it linked up to something else? Because obviously you get yours to appear on your screen, which obviously what it would look like when you're streaming it to somebody. But what do you look at to see the chat when you're playing it? Do you have like a laptop or a tablet or something next to you? Nobody wants to get on here. Can't say I blame them, but... I use my laptop to see the chat as it comes up on OBS, and then Xbox to run the video capture card at the laptop. Yeah. Yeah, see, like I'm having to look at the chat on my phone at the minute. I've got the stream open. It's probably counted as a view actually, but I've actually got the stream open on my phone while I've got the PC playing in full mode. I do tab out in that, but there's no way I can get it in the actual game to layer into the route. Now, if I was streaming via AMD instead, that did work. That used to work that way, but it used to send my GPU sky high. .2 miles to go. Is there anything happening that I need to see or don't know about? Yeah, that's my issue. I mean, I'm not even using a monitor. I'm using an old 4K TV. It's only 24 inch or something like that, but it does what it needs to do. It's what I'm using now, and it's just on the kitchen table. The kitchen table was a dumping ground. You know, I never used to sit and eat at the kitchen table. it was a case of, oh, we'll just put stuff on it, and it was never left. I was like, well, do you know what, then I'm moving my PC into the kitchen and we're done with it. The only time I have to move it though is when we sit and have Christmas dinner and whatnot. It's only a 5-minute job to undo it though. Preston Park. Exactly. If there's something there to make room on it, then use it, definitely. .78 miles an hour at 3.4 miles to go. I think that rain is pretty much subsided now. Again, Gavs, if it works, it works. Don't, let's, you know, think these things aren't cheap. So if you know, if they're usable for one thing, then definitely go with it. Oh, absolutely, Geek Daddy. If it's there, use it. If it works, it works. You know, at the end of the day, it's only you that's using it. You're not there to impress anybody else. Let's get our brakes on while Rolo's going absolutely mad at another dog going past the house. Oh, we've got some lightning going on. That looks a bit weird now. I've adjusted the skyline, doesn't it? We've only got one stop left after this, and then we're good to finish. Thankfully, we've not seen no rusty 313s in this. Might do when we get into Brighton in a minute, though. Yeah, the lightning hitting the track was definitely better back then. Although I think what kind of made people adjust it is the fact that it was literally happening right in front of people's eyes. Obviously, epileptic warnings and that. Brighton is our next stop. I was looking at a laptop the other 4 gig of RAM and picked up a laptop with 1, 2. Yeah, I haven't. See, you mentioned RAMs and stuff like that for certain prices. As I said earlier on in this stream, I haven't got a bloody clue. This PC was already pre-made, built for me, and if there's any other issues, I always call him in to come and sort it out, or I'll message him and say, right, this is happening, that's happening, this needs doing. Not got a clue what to do. I'm clueless at stuff like that. So we better slow down for our 40 as we are approaching Brighton. We are safe to enter, surprisingly. Usually we get held. I think that lighting would have looked better if I didn't adjust the skyline, like I said. During the earlier on when I couldn't see anything. You're right, Geek Daddy, you're right. I haven't got a clue how OBS works. See, obviously being on the console more than anything else, that's all I used to focus on. The console, you know, you buy it, it's pre-built everything that you need it in, and that's it. Ugh. Ew. Gonna have to go and bleach my eyes now. You're gonna make me wait the 3 seconds, really? What a joke. Being lazy and using the short keys. Yeah, I know you purposely make sure you do it, and you know it winds me the hell up. No, in the game it's probably alright, but in real life I'm just glad they're flipping gone horrible things. There we are, I didn't even get a speeder. There's a first. Right, that's a lot. Thanks very much for everyone that's popped in. I do appreciate it. You can make your own mind up if you want to subscribe or not. Like I said, I'm not going to go for all that. And I will probably do some random stream again tomorrow morning or Friday morning. Until then, Geek Daddy, I'll see you later on. I hope you spad. I'm going to make sure you do, so I'm going to distract you as much as possible. And until then, take care. Bye-bye for now.